So in this video, we're just going to look at the Deluge and how it can slice loops. Press Shift, then Kit. We're going to hear some sounds now. I'm going to go to my breakbeat loop folder and let's press down. And now we can go through and find what samples we want. Okay, let's choose that one. It's loaded into the bottom part. So now what I'm going to do is press Shift and this button. It changes the mode. We're just going to go to stretch. That's going to time stretch this to whatever BPM we're at. So let's resample that. Just press record, then play, and then press it again before the bar ends. That's going to lock the loop here. So that's all locked in. So we're just going to turn off that track. We're going to make a new track, press Shift Kit. Now it's loading from that resample directory, which is time shifted to this BPM that we're on. So now we're going to press Shift and then press the knob, and that enters a slice mode. We can go from 1 to 256 slices. Currently, I think I'm just going to go to 8. So you choose 8 and then you press this. Now what that does is gives us access to each of the slices. Now it just sliced that entire loop 8 times evenly. So now what I can do is just start playing around with the different slices and make my own beat from it. So that's obviously different from the original beat. You can also trigger things at the same time. So if you really wanted to, you can really just start making some beats with this. And not only that, but we can use conditionals. So I could like make this trigger 50% of the time, maybe this one 70. These two will make it 20% of the time. So you can do that all the way through here if you wanted. So the beat as it plays will change depending on how I set that conditionals. Also, we can automate any of these slices, any of the effects that we have, or we can use the whole track by pressing Effect Entire. So let's just do that and change the cutoff, for example. So what I could do is automate it by pressing record and changing this. Let's say I didn't like that, just press Shift, press that down, it deletes it. Let's say I wanted this to sound different from here to here. So I can just hold this down, turn down the cutoff here, for example, and now it's going to sound like that. Also, let's say this sample, you want to kind of change the start point. You just have it selected, and then you press Shift. And you press this. This is a start point button. That's the end point button. So if you want to change either one, that's how you do it. So right now I'm at 0.250. So I press this and I can change these numbers in any way that I want. If I want to bring it even more precise, you just move this knob. So if I want to have some weird like that to play a little bit of the end of the kick, for example, and then maybe we want the end of it to change. So I'm going to bring that down. So we can just exit out of that. And now that's what it's going to be. So you can change that for any of these. Let's add some more. Make sure everything's muted. Resample it. Now, what we're going to do is mute that out, turn that on so we can hear it. We're going to make a new kit. We're going to make a new track, new kit. Using that sample, hold down Shift. Let's slice it. Let's make that one 16. So now I have access to 16 slices. Actually, let's record them in. Now we can change the BPM now, but it's really not going to change the time stretching. So